was another thing. For like, I usually do sync claps at the start of all my clips, but my nephew was sleeping in the next room over for the first few, so I started doing sync snaps and just got myself in the habit for the whole rest of the day.
Nice. Alright, start.
Oh my god! It's Modular Components back from the Modular Summit. We went to the summit, we looked around, we left all our trash on the way up, and now we come back down and we're gonna podcast about it. Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm the Vacuuminator, and joining me is fellow Mount Everest climber Boingo Rider.
Hello there, sons of bitches.
I'll sun your bitch any day, but we've got a massive fucking bitch right here who was waiting for us up there at the summit. Snowcone, how you doing?
Hello.
Hi.
That's all you get.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's the voice of an angel.
I'm gonna have to pay for more next time. I gotta up my my quotient for that part of the budget. Buster Corp is also here. Hi, Buster. What was it like looking at pictures of the summit?
Depressing.
Oh.
No. And even then, I'm not Buster Corp anymore. Because apparently, freaking 2 weeks does a lot to him.
Apparently,
Yeah.
we don't want to go into everything, but you've been through the ringer, as the kids say these days.
I'm the one of the depression arc now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Does that mean mine's over? Am I gonna finally get well laid and well paid?
Oh.
Damn it.
Alright, talk about your freaking trip, your journey to Mount Summit Modular 300 subscribers. Hey, 300 subscribers, we just hit it by the time we're recording this.
Yeah, that was just tonight, but like it's kind of crazy to think this time last week we were actually in the same. Actually, this time last week I was ranting about Code Lyoko to you guys because we had to cancel the planned components. That was a big theme of the trip. I felt like was constantly having to adapting and asking ourselves, or me asking 3 times, like, do we want to just scrap this idea so that we can make sure this gets finished?
Yeah, well, things happen.
Oh yeah,
always, you just gotta be on your feet, my dudes.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, people are just gonna have to wait another 4 years for the inevitable Snowcone 83 Glio system lecture that we were trying to get done, but didn't have time for.
Aww.
Darn. I think it's on the internet anyways.
Probably.
Is it? Is the original one out there? Can I find it?
I can't remember how, but I think we had to record them for UNF.
Get in your hard drive and find it then.
Yeah, because Cody's lecture was just going to be like an updated version of one he did for school back in the day, but I was still very excited to hear it, because, like, I like Glios. I feel like I know a bit about Glios, but I don't know everything about Glios, and I would sure like to. So, maybe at the next summit. And there is going to be a next one. I was very adamant about that on the final day. Like, yes, this may have not gone perfectly to plan, but it went well enough that I'm comfortable thinking, like, we should be gradually building towards another one of these. So next time it might be a better idea if we, like, fucking have money saved up and I Airbnb a house for us or something.
Well, there's a lot of things we can do.
Yeah. I don't know. Cody, you've been pretty quiet so far. How are you feeling about how the last weekend went? Did you have a good time? Were you sick of us by the end of it?
Yeah, I'm alright. It was fun. It was pretty cool. I don't know, I am a pretty solitary individual.
Man, a few words.
Do you think you could take a whole week of that?
No.
Do you think you could stand all of us being in a house together? Could you do the modular content?
My guys, he could barely manage me for 8 years.
Oof.
He managed you for 8 years.
Yeah, that came out a little bit different, Chris. I don't know about that one. He could barely handle that for a millennia. You think he could do this for a week?
Right,
you
that's
fucking
your
crazy?
feelings, but what actually happened?
Well, I spent most of the Friday driving, and it was actually pretty solid driving. I remember we were worried for like the week leading up to it because what was it? Tropical Storm Nicole was rolling into the area.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
Yeah,
Not just that, but it was fucking projected to hit Gainesville directly.
Yeah. And you texted me like a week beforehand and was like, "Hey, people are already panic buying gas. You should be prepared." And I was like, "All right." So I interpreted that as fill up a extra tank of gas and put it in the back of my car, which ended up being a horrible idea because I don't want to go
That's
into.
also illegal, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, and
Yeah, you have
dangerous.
to have like a specific container to carry gas in a car.
Oh no, I have like one of those special containers.
No. A specific container. Like it's not just a red bin thing.
Not supposed to put it in enclosed things.
Accumulator commits war crimes accidentally.
All right. Well, if I get arrested after this comes out, you all know why.
Well, no, I mean you're not gonna. It's not like that. You can get pulled over for it and in trouble.
Yeah.
It's also more of a safety thing because you're just gonna be breathing gas fumes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I had that already for my lawnmower, but it had been emptied out because like you don't use your lawnmower during the winter up here. And so I was just like, after Cody sent me that text, I went and filled it all the way up and put it in the trunk of my car and was like, all right, I'll make sure to grab my funnel when I'm packing up to leave. But it ended up being a horrible decision because for reasons I don't want to get into here, I ended up being on the highway the day before and one of my fucking tires blew. And I was on a part of the road that was being worked on, and there were concrete barricades on both sides. So it was like my tire blew. Literally 1 second, I just kind of smelled burnt rubber. Then I heard this loud pop sound, and immediately my car started listing over towards the left barricade, and I was in the left lane. And I hit the barricade, and I felt and like for a second it didn't feel real. I was like, what the fuck? And then my head hit the window and I immediately like woke up and started course correcting, pumping my brakes, turned the flashers on, got over into the right lane and kind of like slowed down and parked against that barricade before I called the police. And ended up having to wait like a half hour because of how congested the road was for EMTs and shit to get to me. Thank God I wasn't concussed or anything, but I then ended up having to pay $700 for new tires, new rims, and new taillights on my car that day, which was pretty much my entire budget for my hotel, because at the time we thought I wasn't going to be able to stay at Cody's place because there wouldn't be room, and his roommates weren't really into the idea of somebody that they didn't know staying there straight away. So that was a whole crazy bit of bullshit. And the only reason I go into it is like, I'm really lucky nobody like actually hit me super hard from the back, because if they had, they'd have probably ignited that gas tank and I would not be sitting here right now.
Probably not, but yeah.
But that was just the whole thing, and that, I'll admit, like put me in a real down mood going into the summit, because I was just like, well, I don't have a hotel budget anymore, so I have to see if I can get my hotel canceled, and I guess I'm going to sleep in my car. And I was fine with doing that, but it was just the whole thing of like, this is going to be a pain in the ass to get taken care of. And on the way down, and it was a 7-hour drive down from South Carolina.
Why can't I hear anything anymore?
I don't know. I can hear you perfectly fine. Boingo.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear us?
I can hear you now.
Okay, what the fuck?
I couldn't hear anything for a moment. I was like, what the fuck?
We heard you perfectly fine when you went, why can't I hear anything?
Weird.
But yeah, 7-hour drive down for me, and the whole way down it was just like, okay, let me see if I can cancel this hotel room. Oh, it's gonna be fucking $200 to do that. I can't afford that. So I'm gonna call the hotel and see if I can negotiate with them or stuff, and just like pay for a single night, which I think would be like maybe $80. I don't remember what my rate was. But it was like, hey, can I speak to the manager? Manager's not in yet. When's the manager gonna be in? At noon. So I call back at noon, and the manager was there, but they didn't want to talk to me for whatever reason. So I just ended up negotiating with the desk clerk. And apparently the only reason I was getting that ridiculous cancellation fee was because of the app I used. I could cancel directly through them, and it was only $48. And I was like, fucking great, brilliant. Here's my credit card. So that worked out, but it was just the whole thing of like doing that combined with being on the road all day really stressed me out on the way down. But the driving itself was not that bad. Like I was pretty concerned. Everybody was like, you're going to want to be careful. You're going to want to drive slow. It'll be raining all day. There's a tropical storm hitting the coast. And it was raining most of the day, but it never like rained hard. It was never like the kind of rain that would concern me on the road. And most of the highways I was on were actually in pretty good condition that day. The only real problem I had was when my tire blew, my alignment got completely fucked up, and I still need to get my car realigned. I won't be able to afford to do it until my next paycheck comes in, so I've just been, like, driving extra careful because of that.
All right, you got down here.
Yeah, I got down there, and I knew you lived in, wait, are you comfortable with me talking about this on mic?
I mean, we've said we live in Florida, Central Florida.
Yeah, but it was the thing of like, I knew you lived in a trailer park, but I had no idea what your trailer looked like. So I got there and I got onto your street, and there's fucking people working on electric lines, and there's cats running all around, and there's several people out just watching the people working on the electric lines.
And chickens.
And I had told you like an hour or so beforehand, hey, I'm getting close. So I, like, kind of figured you might be outside waiting for me already, so I was, like, half looking around, trying to find you, and trying to be like, okay, which one of these looks like it would be the one he's in, because it's kind of hard to see the address on some of these mailboxes. And I ended up
which one of these houses looks the most like Chris?
Which one looks like it like Ska?
Which one looks like a VTuber?
Which one is rendered in GIMP? But no, I got to the end of the road and I was just like, yeah, fuck this. I'm not going to drive back and forth for 20 minutes. So I just called Boingo and was like, bitch, where are you? Come outside.
I'm
Why would you do that
outside.
first,
It's fun
though?
inside.
Because I didn't think it would be an issue until it was.
Story of my life.
We're all full of issues.
Let me know if my mic gets interrupted or anything
Issue
like that.
these
I'm walking
nuts.
into a different room.
No, you sound fine. But no, so we met up, and then did we go to eat first, or did we just go straight to Cody?
No, we went to Walmart.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We went to Walmart. I almost bought the new Marvel Legends Black Panther, but decided against it because wanted to save money for the toy hunt, and then didn't even end up buying any Legends that week. Yeah, we bought the Hard Mountain Dew. We bought like accoutrements for burger making because you already had stuff for burgers.
You guys bought Baja Blast.
No, we bought the variety pack.
Yeah, the variety pack of Hard Mountain Dew.
So you got like a Baja Blast in.
It was like 3 of each, so it was like there was enough for each of us to try each flavor. So I think, what was it? It was Baja Blast, regular, Code Red, and was there one other one?
Yeah, the melon one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I was breathing.
Yeah, it's fine. I hope.
Sorry, I was breathing.
Don't forget to breathe.
Don't forget to breathe.
Don't forget to breathe, Mr. I don't
know. I hardly remember what any of them tasted like, because they honestly weren't that different. They just had like a slight tinge of alcohol to the taste.
Yeah.
Kids like you should be drinking not alcohol, you're drinking water.
No, we drank a fair amount of alcohol.
Yeah, that was like I specifically
not enough. I would say we party hard. Just more of like
we drank more than any of us normally would on an average night.
Any of us.
No, sir over here fucking smoking marijuana.
Yeah, was high like 80% of the time. I forgot about that.
And we had a moment to just sit down, Cody would just go, all right, cool. He'd go to his cabinet, pull out his shit, and start smoking.
I'm at home. What the fuck you want me to do?
Nothing. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just trying to give people a mental picture.
It's definitely not what I'm doing right now.
I vividly remember. Oh my god. But I vividly remember that first night, you like setting up and like answering a bunch of Boingo's questions about how it works and what you were doing exactly. And at one point you just looked at me and went, did you want to try? Does anybody want to try? And I literally had to think, like, is there going to be a time this weekend when I'm not going to be busy with video stuff and I would be okay being high for the first time? And the answer was no.
An anticlimactic.
Exactly.
There was a moment where we went, would it be okay for me to get high on the components stream? And then we like very quickly went, no, because then you'd be out of it the whole episode.
There was also no component stream to freaking streams. Whoa.
Well, yeah, but this was before we decided that.
And I just kind of like didn't partake mainly due to the fact that we were in a situation. There was a thing we were going to be doing, and I had no idea how it would interact with my dumb brain.
That's kind of why I would like to do like a full week next time we do a summit. Is there would be time for stupid bullshit like that to happen and it not affect production. But that's neither here nor there. So like we went to Walmart, then we drove to Cody, and it was interesting because like at first I was like, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna be able to show Chris my driving playlist, and he's gonna be able to see how much he's tainted my music taste. And then very quickly it was like, oh wait, Chris has way better music taste than I do, even though he's already tainted it. Motherfucker, you're the DJ.
Yeah.
Did you guys play any weird stuff?
No.
It was a lot of noise music and weird ska I haven't heard of.
Yeah, like noise would show up and Zach would just look like, what the fuck are we even listening to?
Mm-hmm. But it was like every third or fourth song I'd go like, oh, okay, this is neat.
You're neat.
Like legit Melt Banana played once.
Just clowncore the whole time, the whole way up.
Oh no, I didn't play him any clowncore. Fuck.
A single fucking clowncore song had come on in my car, you would have been walking the rest of the way.
No, clowncore's good.
Well, I mean, aren't we all? Isn't this podcast clowncore?
No, clowncore is a specific. There's a specific group.
Oh, so you can't. I can't make a joke, and I.
No, that's funny.
Oh no, you're.
All right, you listen to me. That's funny. That's fucking funny. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, no, we're just also just talking about a specific band.
We're also obtuse jackasses.
Rubber Goose jackasses.
Because there's this band called Clowncore that is like extreme metal jazz.
I don't like the look of that. I don't like anything about that thumbnail. That's not appealing to me. Get that out of here.
Also, it's a two-piece band and they play the whole music video in a porta potty.
Like a rubber goose.
No.
Wait, do you not like clowns?
It looks like a rubber goose.
Clowns can be good. I just don't like these clowns.
I mean, you're not supposed to like these clowns. You're just supposed to like jam to the fucking grungy, fucking dirty bullshit.
Well, that means liking the clowns, Boingo.
What the fuck did you even just say?
Rubber goose.
All right. Well, we got to Cody's abode, and
any rubber gooses there?
There were not rubber gooses. There were plenty of cats, though. There was a whole cat situation going on. The sick one was named Goose, right?
Yeah, his name was Goose.
Captain Marvel.
Where's Maverick?
He's not sick. He has like a little sore on his butt.
Yeah, but he was like quarantined the whole weekend.
Well, he didn't want to get it infected, right?
Yeah, he's a little outside explorer. So every now and then stuff like this happens, and we have to help him heal.
Yeah, so that was what I was going to ask, because I literally could not remember as soon as I left your house. The one we actually interacted with a lot was Maverick, right?
No, bees, and no cat's named Maverick here.
Well, Jesus.
I was just making a Top Gun joke.
Goose isn't even named Goose because of Top Gun, so...
See, as soon as you made that Top Gun joke, though, I thought, like, oh, that makes sense. They named their cats after Top Gun characters.
I mean, Top Gun's one of your favorite movie, ain't it?
I stepped on a frog. I hope it's not an ancestor.
Well, one, no, but two, I mean, Goose is Taylor's cat, and Bees is Dave's cat.
B.
Dude, Bees is the best girl. Hang on, Buster.
Bees is like a cloud of bees. She would come and need us in the middle of the night. And I remember there were like 2 different times where I was like, you need to either get on the ottoman or get out of here, because you're making it hard to sleep.
Get I don't know. Get funky.
Okay, hold on. This one, Bees looks like a goddamn judge from Victorian England about to say, oh wait, that's too powerful. Why is it too powerful?
Because Discord is trying to they're trying to reduce the image size limit, and that's bad. I don't like that.
Just so you know, the last picture is the player icon for Odie Mandrell in Star Wars Pod Racers.
Oh, cool.
This picture he posted, Cody, makes Bees looks like a Victorian England judge talking about how the Irish don't deserve potatoes.
I thought you were
She's
gonna
got a
say the
very
Irish don't
expressive
deserve
face.
rights, and I'm like, what did the Irish do to you?
She's got a real
No, that's
expressive
what
face.
Buster, that's legitimately what the English people thought during the potato famine. They thought that all the Irish people starving to death was like, oh yes, that'll teach them a lesson.
What is wrong?
They thought it was a
with
good
them?
thing. They're English.
It was a fucking different time, broski.
No, legitimately, they're English, and they were colonizing Ireland,
Oh yeah,
and it was just
that's not
sweet,
good.
less people. That's the thing. Ireland was basically the tutorial level for English colonialism.
Very specific tutorial.
But you know what I mean? Like, the things they did in Ireland is what they did to eventually, India, the Americas, Australia,
All right, get
New
back on the
Zealand,
summit. I don't need a lesson about colonialism.
Yeah.
history.
But we got to Cody's place, and I'm just gonna be honest. Cody's place reminded me a lot of the house my older sister used to live in when she first moved out, because we were still living in Florida at that time, and there's a very specific air that a group home that's a bunch of 20-something white people has. And you mix that with Florida, and you get interesting results.
You mean bad?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that when I'm live on mic with Cody.
It's a specific vibe, and if you're not into
It's
that
a bad
DIY vibe,
man. Just crusty
I don't
old
think
vibe.
it's a bad vibe.
No, it's not a bad vibe. It's just a different vibe than what somebody who lives with their mother is used to. So you have to switch your brain into that mode of like, okay, no, this is fine. It's just how this house works.
it's DIY millennial core.
Mm-hmm.
Millennial needs
Also, it's just everything is slightly wet because Florida.
Oh no, it's not wet. It's just
wet.
Slightly damp.
Just wet.
clammy, I guess you could say.
It's the same
The
difference.
house feels cold because of the plaster walls.
Mm-hmm. And yet we were sweating anytime we turned our video lights on for more than an hour.
Will they be sweat in the lectures?
There might be.
Oh, definitely with mine.
Of course.
I'm not sure about mine, because I literally stopped mine right smack dab in the middle to be like, alright, it's too fucking hot, we're taking a recess.
Oh, I want more lectures or movies to have just an intermission. Let's take a break and just think about what we've done.
Let's think about the implications of the war crimes I've just committed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we got there, and that was pretty much just sporadic vlogging for a bit there of look at the actual layout of Cody's room, look at all the shit Cody has, look here, we've unloaded shit, we're setting it up, and then it was kind of just get down to business, get stuff set up and situated as fast as possible so that we could do the stream that night, because I don't think I fully comprehended just how much time certain aspects were gonna chew up and make it difficult to get that stream done that night, because we got there was just hanging out, getting the lay of the land and seeing Cody's room, which was a spectacle that I can't wait for people to see when the vlogs come out. Then we went to Publix to get sandwiches for dinner, and then by the time we got back, wasn't it already 8-9 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to quickly scramble to get everything set up and ready to go to do the stream, because it was Friday night, and Cody's roommates weren't stingy or anything. And I think they even said like, "Hey, you can go all night. You can be fairly loud." But I was still like, I don't want to be that guy that wakes somebody up at 2 a.m. screaming
About
when
the
it's not
last
even my house.
fucking Marvel Legends Hasbro toys.
Yeah.
Can
But
you imagine, like,
one cool thing, because I did talk a little bit earlier about like, I thought I was gonna have to sleep in my car. Did not. Like literally while we were setting up for the stream, Cody's roommate and guy whose name is on the actual lease, Dave, just kind of came up to the room and was like, "Hey man, the only reason I said no initially was because I didn't really know you, but now that you've been here a couple hours, I can see you're like not a jackass. So if you want to sleep on the couch with Chris, that's fine." I was like, "Oh, thank you so much."
Well, originally you were gonna be sleeping in we'll just call it the studio room. You were gonna sleep in the studio room on a goddamn sleeping bag.
And then
we realized, oh wait a second, the couch is an L and we can just sleep here.
Yeah, and also that would mean we wouldn't have to move video equipment every night.
I mean, we still did.
So everything
it was a bit of a
perfectly,
feeling out
and there was
process.
no issue.
Yeah.
I mean, there was. Y'all get to actually. You can tell people how much of a persnickety bitch I am when going to sleep.
I mean, you were not as bad as I thought you were gonna be. I never expect anyone to snore, so that surprised me. But I wouldn't be like, "Oh, Boingo snores. He's fucking impossible to get to sleep next to." It's just like, "Oh, this motherfucker snores." Okay.
Bro, I snore and my partner snore. Like, fucking
the Snore Brothers.
Double battling that shit every night.
No, I was more talking about like the getting ready for bed of just like, hold on, I need to set up something to listen to it, and blindfold myself.
Well, I mean, I was that way too, minus the blindfolding.
What did you guys listen to?
Just like,
I will say that Chris snores incredibly loud, and it does suck like not having a fan sleeping next to Chris.
Okay.
I have memories of back at Dad's house when we used to do shit like that.
So I always forget, even though like I've literally asked anyone I've ever slept in the same room as, do I snore?
Buddy, I just want to let you know, I get knocked the fuck out so hard, I can't tell.
Okay. Snowcone, did you get up in the middle of the night and hear me snoring at all?
No, I mean, there's a bunch of weird sounds throughout the house, which I'll probably actually heard because of that fucking water fountain. I hate that thing so much. It's good for the cats though. It just makes very weird water noises. But not from like one weird thing about the house is that every room really fucking seals off from the other one, so you could
it's very insulated. I
things.
noticed.
How old is the house? Because that's like a very old architecture thing.
It's like 60s. But like the two weird things about the house is if you're walking down the hallway, you can't really hear anything in particular because all the sound blends and just fucking blenders down the hallway. But that also is why it sucks. If anybody's out in like the living room or like the dining room or kitchen talking, because of the way the house is designed, it fucking shotguns it straight down the hallway.
Wow. Well, I'm just going to take all that to mean that until proven otherwise, I don't snore.
This dude.
And I think most people do at some point.
Yeah, because snoring is just like a part of your throat just touching.
Yeah. And I mean, like, to answer your earlier question, Buster, Boingo was listening to different shit every night, but I always just put on 1 hour loop of Guts theme whenever I want to go to sleep.
Well, you want to cry yourself to sleep?
It sounds somber and like it's been a long day, time to crank it down.
Yeah, but that song is so sad though.
It doesn't feel sad to me. It feels like melancholious.
I guess. But like
studious.
So like if you actually read Berserk, it's I don't know.
Well, one day I will, and one day I'll start crying myself to sleep. But that day is not today.
My go-to is just like conversation, podcasty kind of stuff. People talking.
Yeah, I tried to sleep.
See, that's my background noise when I need to do stuff and with my hands. That keeps me focused on the task at hand.
You know what? I think once I tried to sleep to a podcast of people talking about Beverly Hills Chihuahua. Did not work out, but like it was very entertaining.
Well, Buster, you're an interesting individual.
You're an interesting individual as well.
Hey,
legit, Buster. I've been listening to Thorgy's KOF retrospective to go to sleep these past couple days.
Hey, that's good videos.
But
listen to ASMR.
yeah, and I guess we should also be like, hey, the Galactus stream went pretty well, didn't it?
Yeah.
The only real problem there was like those entrance packages. Some of them got fucky with the sound.
I mean, actually, I like that you use those like guitar covers of like stuff you liked, like freaking like the snow cone cover. Not the snow cone. It does like I know someone else covered it, but like the cover like that you used for Snow Cone's entrance package of the Transformers Energon theme was like so hype.
That was Cybertron, but
Cybertron,
yes,
one of the freaking trilogy shows.
And they're also big shame that there was a certain guy blocking one other guy for like a lot of it, so you couldn't see one member of the cast.
Yeah, what the fuck, Cody?
Cody's sitting down off to the side.
That was a funny image. That was funny.
But I had to keep getting in front of him to do shit with Galactus.
That was a funny. Like, well, come on, give him a like. That was funny.
Mm-hmm. Also, I think every one of us now has plumber's crack on camera, so you're welcome, ladies.
Except me.
And gentlemen, people.
The male enjoyers.
Or people who just find butts.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, are you a person who finds butts funny? Leave us a like, comment, and a subscribe.
Also, if anyone's curious, I should go back and put that in the video description for the stream, but all those guitar covers were by a channel called Neil Stretson, I
think. I haven't
think?
uploaded in a while, but I do know their work.
Yeah. Like, I specifically was like, I want to get somebody good who's done things we all like and will be legally distinct enough that I don't have to worry about this getting stricken midstream. So I went with his shit because I like him and he does good work.
He does do good work.
But yeah, that stream went fairly well, and I think we went to sleep like almost immediately after it.
I was hella tired that whole fucking weekend.
Oh no, that's right, because after we went off stream, we took Galactus out into the living room, and Cody just smoked another bowl with Galactus.
Did you take a
Sitting
picture
on
of
his.
it?
No, I don't think we took. We didn't take a ton of pictures. We just kind of like, for lack of a better way to describe it, we lived in the moment.
I have a picture of Galactus from like right before that, but I don't have pictures of Cody smoking a bowl. I didn't get incriminating evidence.
No, but that was my favorite.
I don't think I did smoke near Galactus at all.
No, I don't think he did.
Aww,
Yeah, I have a picture
funny.
of Chris from right then.
I don't
Or-
smoke in my room.
No, you only partook of the devil's lettuce in the living room.
Well, I'll smoke
Why
in the
does
living room if
devil
there's
have
nothing out
lettuce?
there.
Explain.
But I usually smoke in the kitchen and then turn the stove vent on.
So
it
pot
doesn't-
is usually a leafed plant, and because of that, in what was it, like the 50s when that phrase got established?
I don't know, probably before that, after that.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Puritan Christian fucks, in order to make people be not into the devil's lettuce, started calling it the devil's lettuce.
Also, when they tried to make it illegal.
Yeah.
Tried.
Succeeded
Well,
briefly.
Oh, it wasn't even a success.
Still
It
pretty
was like a
successful.
false success. So it was like
You're a false success.
Hey,
That is
it's a
true.
success, but it was also just bullshit.
No, so that was pretty much the first day, and honestly, that is where a lot of like my most strong memories are from at the time, just because like that was, hey, I'm finally in the same room as these fuckers. It happened.
I did like the speech you gave at the beginning. It was like very like passionate.
Yeah, thanks.
I hope it doesn't age poorly. I hope it doesn't age
I
poorly.
wrote that out the weekend beforehand, and then like rehearsed it twice in that same weekend. I wanted to make sure I got it as close to pitch perfect as I could.
All I hope is that like certain companies you name drop, I hope that doesn't like poorly age us and like or like freaking
Nah,
like I'm sure
It
we'll
won't.
be safe because we won't like hire.
it's a mission statement.
Yeah.
We gotta hold to that shit. And I mean, like, anybody who remotely knows anything about wrestling will be able to know that, like, I pulled a lot from Triple H, Cody, Dusty Rhodes, I think there's a little bit of Ric Flair and Macho Man in there, too. Like, I kind of use some of my favorite wrestling promos of all time as, like, scaffolding to piece that together. So, hopefully it appears like a good homage and not just hacky stealing from the greats. I don't know. But Saturday, Was that Waffle House day? Did we like get up and go right to Waffle House?
Yeah.
I think we all got up around the same time.
No. What? So Sunday would have been McDonald's morning.
McDonald's morning sounds funny.
McDonald's morning sounds like a crappy talk show.
Freaking Ronald McDonald busts on stage with like freaking Eric Andre.
Ronald McDonald's wearing like a suit and tie, sitting next to Birdie. Welcome to McDonald's morning.
I still need like the McDonald's cartoons video.
Yeah, but no, we got up, we got our showers in, and then we went to Waffle House, and that was some good ass Waffle House. Like I don't know what it's like in Florida these days, but up here, Waffle House is very hit or miss. It literally depends on like the time of day, the location, and who is working. You got to have like the perfect mix in order to get a good Waffle House, and it's very rare. But like that was fucking done in one, pitch perfect, everything made exactly the way I like at Waffle House, and I was very happy about that.
Yeah, man, they're kind of just all like that around here.
Yeah, I don't think Waffle or Huddle. I don't think I've ever had a bad time at a Waffle or a Huddle House.
I don't think I've ever been to a Huddle House. Now that I think about it,
and Huddle House was what you're doing all weekend. Hey,
is Huddle House worth going to, or is it just like a crappy Waffle House?
No, it's worth it. I like Huddle House. I like Huddle House more, honestly. They have some more. Maybe that's just because like that was like my go-to in
that was our local.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we'd fucking go there like 12 a.m. or 12 p.m.
I'll definitely try that someday though, and like I also want to say at this point, like some of I think the most enjoyable moments for me was just being in the car with you guys, because like it's a different vibe, just fucking around, joking around, and going like, hey, look at that thing with your buddies in the car, as opposed to we're in a store and we're on camera or we're making content. And sadly, I wasn't able to film any of that, but like I don't know if it would have been enjoyable content anyways.
Would have been enjoyable
it's just kind of like get your own friends and go have a YouTuber meetup. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the listeners. Get your own friends. Go have a YouTuber meetup and experience that for yourself, because it is worth it. But also still like, comment, and subscribe to Modular.
Yeah, I do like driving around.
Do you like commenting and subscribing?
You also have a nice car. Like way fucking better than mine, because yours is yours current year or is it last year?
2018.
Oh, okay. So it's a little old, but like still feels way newer than mine. Because mine's an 03. But
everything you do is an 03.
Yeah, especially I'm not gonna say that. But we got back and we did Boingo's lecture first, which reminds me, I meant to ask you off mic, Boingo. How soon do you think your lecture is going to be coming out?
I wouldn't say next week, but maybe the week after.
Oh, okay. That's a lot sooner than I would have expected.
Well, I'm not going to cut. I don't need to cut anything out. I think I just need to do an intro and an ending and like maybe put up a couple pictures of things that I didn't quite articulate well enough, you know?
Yeah, I mean, currently, just to give full transparency, I guess, and I said this to you guys a couple times while we were there, I'm planning to edit and upload everything that's in my hands over Thanksgiving weekend, and hopefully release it just throughout December. Like, I was thinking of having, like, Summit Wednesdays in December, where just, like, one week I drop the driving down vlog, the next week we drop your lecture, then my lecture, then the fucking toy hunt. But, I don't know. It's your lecture. You can, if you think you want to drop it super fast, go ahead.
No, hey, here's the thing. I can get it edited, and then you can just go like, all right, upload it now.
Yeah, or I mean, like, upload it, unlist it, and I'll schedule it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, but Boingo's lecture was really fun. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say I think Boingo's lecture is better than mine.
Well, no shit. And you can't like your own things. That's I don't know.
Well, I mean, like Boingo's felt very comprehensive, and he touched on shit he's never even talked to me about in the entire course of No Prize. So it felt informative. It felt interesting.
Oh, and there's still shit I missed. I didn't even mention Atlantis.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But like, there were moments of mine, even in the lecture, you'll see where I'm just like, oh fuck, I should have said this 10 minutes ago.
Like,
but I also didn't I also didn't even mention like the Illuminati and a bunch of other
But, like,
things. Like
the Illuminati was a
the
bad
Illuminati
thing.
at
We
one
want to talk
point.
about good things.
Illuminati's a good
A
concept.
good concept.
Yeah,
that
we
was
talked.
handled poorly.
You talked about the Illuminati at one point. It was also just fun because, like, I was constantly fucking with you and asking the questions, which I want to remind everybody so it doesn't, in case it doesn't make it in the final cut. Boingo literally told me an hour beforehand, "I want you guys to be fuckers during my lecture." So I did my level best to be a fucker.
Oh, he didn't tell me that.
I could have sworn I did.
Cody,
well.
remember, wake up.
I mean, you still ask questions, so
Yeah, I mean, it was like a 3-hour lecture. So let me ask now, Snowcone. At what point did you go? When is Vac gonna shut the fuck up?
I don't know. Y'all both were like, I remember like at the 2-hour mark, I felt really bad because like I like made a jokey comment before we started doing yours, and I'm like, man, if you could talk about a TV show as much as he could talk about the entire Marvel universe, that's got to be a problem. And then that's like
Mine ended up the raw file. I haven't cut a lick of footage yet, but the raw file for my lecture is exactly 1 minute longer than Boingo's.
Get good, Boingo.
But I mean, like, Boingo's felt succinct, and he felt like he knew where he was going at all points. Like, I dead ass, and I think you'll be able to see it on my face. There's several points where I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Am I supposed to talk about this now, or what am I covering, huh?
Well, you get good too.
Because, like, I had notes. I rewatched the show. I've seen this show, like, 5 times. Theoretically, I was ready, but, like, I really should have done a dry run. I really should have done that, like, the weekend beforehand, and just been like, all right, let's see what this would be like with no audience, so that I can always have something to refer back to when the audience froze me.
Honestly valid.
But you guys didn't throw me a whole lot. You guys were a lot more respectful during my lecture, and that's because, and like, sort of the reason I asked Boingo, when's your lecture coming out, is because I want my lecture to come out after it, because I literally opened my lecture with going like, hey, there were a bunch of loud assholes in the last class. We're not gonna have that.
yeah. But also, I knew, like, my sense of comedy is not yelling. It's being a sarcastic asshole.
It's more dry. There, right?
Yeah. Which is why you need me to come and get in your face and be like, the fuck you doing, bitch?
You need a freaking guy to bounce, a comedy partner, a Keenan and Peele, like Schmuckers and Schmellies.
Laurel and Hardy. Yeah, so the lectures were good. The only real problem with them was just like we started a little later than we had planned, and they definitely. I don't know if yours took longer. I was expecting yours to be like 4 or 5 hours, honestly, because it was on the entire Marvel universe.
Well, a lot of it was just the preemptive stuff and not the story stuff, because once you explain all of the lore and backstory, you can rattle off the story like bop 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 bop.
Yeah, didn't you spend like 45 minutes just talking about how Marvel Comics the company happened?
Yeah,
that's
because
actually interesting.
I
want to hear about that.
I feel it's important to know who makes the comics and not just what they made, you know?
Yeah, actually, I like that. I like that. Good point. Go.
The only like setback is you did get very ba towards the end, and I'm like, in the back of my head, I was like, I know what this stuff is, but is a viewer gonna be like, wait, what?
Yeah.
But overall, I think your lecture was very good, and like, I'm not gonna say my lecture is dog shit, but I think my lecture is definitely worse than yours. I'm gonna have to do some jiggery pokery to get it to be the way I like it in editing.
I don't know, man. One of the lectures has a new eBay notification on my phone.
Yeah, there was a whole toy discussion towards the end of mine, so. But, yeah, and we ended up doing the lectures into the night. Like, I think mine got done around, like, 9 o'clock because of the delays and just general fuckery, so.
Wanting to air out the room, you know?
Yeah, and we ended up having to cancel Cody's lecture and components for that night just because of how long ours were taking, which was unfortunate, but I mean, it leaves us shit to look forward to for the next summit is how I'm choosing to look at it. And wasn't that around the time, did you make burgers before or after my lecture? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know.
Well, you made burgers. That's the point.
Yeah, no, that's what it was. I think we finished my lecture.
And you made burgers.
And then we did dinner, and then we did my lecture. My lecture I had like a 20-minute recess in the middle of it.
Yeah, because in the middle I started cleaning up dishes.
Yeah. And like I took that time to check my notes for the rest of the shit I had to talk about. And that was where it really hit me of like, oh fuck, I missed some setup stuff. So I'm gonna have to just hit on things and like explain why it's important as I'm explaining the payoff. So like there's some stuff about the final episode that I was like, this should have a way bigger impact, but I'm having to fucking you'll see when it's out. I don't wanna spoil it too terribly much. Yeah, so primarily Saturday was taken up by lectures and eating some good ass burgers. Mr. Gaston, you are a chef du jour.
Well, next time I'll actually cook something and not just use prepackaged things.
Burgers are good.
No, we used prepackaged.
Okay.
We did prepackaged burgers, and I didn't make the patties myself.
Yeah.
But they were like better than prepackaged patties I usually have. So
you didn't fucking charbroil them and make them inedible. So
yeah,
pretty good in my book.
They weren't like chewy hockey pucks. So
no, and I did something fancy with them. So
yeah. But
he spit on each one of them before he fed them to us.
Yeah,
he sprinkled a little bit of his feces in there. It was wonderful seasoning.
Piss, shit, and cum.
Mm-hmm. Then I think we went to bed almost like right after the Code Lyoko lecture, didn't we?
I think so. Like it got there.
Yeah, because I think we were all just like blown out from being on camera so much. But then Sunday, we got up and again, we were all like more tired that day. So it took a little longer for everybody to get up. And it got to the point where Chris was going to get in the shower and Cody and I were just kind of looking at each other like, fucking McDonald's is going to stop serving breakfast in an hour. Let's just go now. Chris, what do you want? So we went and did that and we came back and then we ate. And I think it was like another hour and a half of puttering around before we actually got out and did the toy hunt. And I don't want to go too much into what all happened on the toy hunt because I did record as much as I could, though like halfway through my phone started going, you only have an hour of space left. And I was like, oh great, I gotta be
Oh wait, we haven't even mentioned the great charging kerfuffle.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you forgot your phone charger. Wasn't that like a whole thing with having to coordinate and get chargers from different people and constantly going like, should we go to the gas station and get you a charger?
Yeah, no, it was just borrowing someone's charger and then using Cody's wireless charging for my phone for a little bit. Cody, our phone's docked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I remember when we went to get breakfast on Saturday, we went to a CVS and a Walgreens, and both of them were asking like ridiculous prices for a lightning charger or a lightning cable.
It was like $20, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't.
Because I remember you went into the first one, and I was like, that's a shitty price, but I'm sure then the other place will be okay. And then you came out, and you were just like, no, it's the same. And I was like, what the fuck?
So I had my phone, and it never went above 60% the whole weekend.
Wow. And we had this whole discussion where, like, I was like, wow, I never let my phone get below, like, 40%. And you were like, that's not healthy for your phone. What are you doing there? What are you doing, fucker?
Ah!
So, yeah. There's a little ball of stress right there in the middle of everything. You're welcome.
So yeah, you did the toy hunt, then you went to see Wakanda Forever, right?
Yeah, we went like, I think at one point we had thought about, no, because we did the toy hunt and then we went back to Cody's place and had dinner. We had burgers. We had the rest of the burgers, didn't we?
Yep.
And then we went and saw Wakanda Forever. Because we didn't want to pay for snacks, even though we ended up getting a bunch of snacks at Five Below for the movie while we were on the toy hunt, which you'll see in the vlog.
We also went to a couple places, like we didn't just go toy hunting. We also went to some comic book shops and fuck that one store.
Yeah, I think I even said it on No Prize, like, X store are price gouging assholes, which is very true. I wouldn't have bought anything from them if I hadn't found, like, a couple Supergirls trades I've never seen in person anywhere else for cover price.
I'm trying to find I'm scrolling through the Twitter to find the picture of the freaking Wakanda. No, you posted on the Modular. You posted on your personal, but we're just like.
Yeah, didn't I type like these white boys are about to see Wakanda forever?
Yes, I the reason I thought of that picture is just because it's like I thought you guys were gonna do the Wakanda Forever pose, but no, you just did a selfie of just all of your personality. Boingo is tired yet smart. Snowcone's doing some funny shit, and then Vac is trying to do the DreamWorks face.
Yeah, it was, and that's the one group shot we got all weekend, because that was the other thing I just remembered about Saturday. I had planned, I had brought stuff down for us to shoot stock photos for the channel of ourselves Saturday morning, but because Saturday was such a whole kerfuffle to get stuff going, we ended up having to scrap that too. So really only 2 out of 5 things that we wanted to do got done on Saturday night, I think
Saturday,
about it.
that cursed day.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was it. You did the podcast.
And
no,
next morning,
we didn't go to sleep. We immediately packed everything up and then went to sleep.
Oh yeah, it was another hour of packing afterwards because we knew we were going to have to be out pretty early in the morning the next day because the fuckers have to go to work.
Yep.
Did you have fun?
So, I had fun.
So why did you hesitate? I was worried there for a second.
I was being a comedic asshole, but no, I had a great time. I really enjoyed getting to see you fuckers in person and prove to myself that you're real, actual human beings who exist. My cheek is still sore from when Boingo slapped me, so that's a thing.
Finally, violence.
Yes, you will see violence when Summit content starts coming out.
You also saw Cody's Hank Hill ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but
calling you out.
I mean, I've already called
it's
it
a
a
great
Hank Hill multiple
for that.
times. We ain't treading on new territory. I'm sorry, but
no. The summit was a great time all around. I definitely want to do it again, and I'm going to cherish those memories in the bowels of my heart forever. How about you?
That was fun.
Yeah.
Sick.
Sometimes that's all you can ask for.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, fucking, what now, boys? Where do we go from here? What's going to happen in life? I mean, Elon Musk is slowly destroying Twitter one line of code at a time. We've got all kinds of holiday shenanigans coming up, and Buster, didn't something happen with you?
We're talking about what happened to your channel, bud.
I literally just set Buster up to go on a rant.
Okay, look, I would love to, but I need a freaking move around the house. Okay.
Yeah, just fucking do that, buddy. I just find it hilarious the timing there. But no, I mean now that we're back, it's clearly taken all of us a minute to get back in the swing of things. I was prepared to hit the ground running, but I ended up being knowing on Sunday night I'm not gonna want to do Twit when I get back, and then it was all right, well I'll start building up and catching up at work on Tuesday, and literally every day except Friday at work was just hey Simeon, where have you been? Hey Simeon, why hasn't this been done? Hey Simeon, what fucking you bend over and take it, bitch. And I'm I was literally gone for 3 days. Somebody was supposed to cover for me, and looks like all they did was switch out the paper towels and the toilet paper in the bathrooms, because I have no paper towels or fucking toilet paper in my stock closet, and literally every surface looks like somebody took a shit on it. What the hell is happening? Well, we were hoping you could answer that question. Fucking, I gotta catch up, I guess. Oh, well, can you have that done by the end of the day? I'm responsible for 2 floors of this building. What the fuck do you expect? So that's been a large chunk of my first week back. But also I've been planning, I've been scheming, I've been wheeling, I've been dealing. The end of the year is coming up, and we got a new year coming, and I've been teasing a comeback for quite a while. I think a month and a half now, actually. And we are pretty much ready to execute that. In fact, I'm pretty much sure that by the end of the month, I'm going to have a new video out on my solo channel because, and I don't know if they're available to talk yet, but I'm just gonna fucking say it. Buster is my new video editor because even before they started publicly talking about it, Buster was saying to me like, I'm thinking of taking on more editing jobs, and I was like, well, editing is literally my least favorite part of making videos, and I need to get back to more regularly producing content. So you want to just edit a video a month for me from now on, and I can at least keep to putting out a video every month that way. And it was like, sick, yeah, let's work out a rate.
Hey.
So right now I have a video for this month and next month shot, and the footage is on its way to Buster. So hopefully my video on Ultraman Z will be up by the end of the month.
Yeah. All right. Sorry about that. Do I sound fine? I'm in like a completely different area.
You sound okay to me.
Okay. Is there a bit of echo? Because I'm in like not a cramped space as I usually am.
You sound almost the same as you did before. It's maybe like a little quieter.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm trying to keep my voice down because it's nighttime.
Also, Buster, I just checked, and the footage is done uploading, so I'm just going to go ahead and send it to you. Please download it as soon as you can, so that I can delete it and free up space in my Google Drive.
I'll download it in after the podcast. All right.
Yeah, just let me know as soon as you have.
All right. Okay. So I guess I gotta talk about what happened with the YouTube.
Yeah, because you have been asking for editing jobs, but in the midst of that, something happened with your channel, and I mean everybody pretty much probably knows who listens to this podcast, but in your own words, describe what's been happening.
All right, so wake up, check the YouTube, find out I got a copyright strike on the Kamen Rider Black Sun video. And I was like, I guess that makes sense since I use trailers and clips. But like I tried to edit them to make it non-copyright. But okay, I'll just fight it and we'll see what happens there. Wake up the next day. Futopia gets and now I'm 2 out of 3 strikes. I panic. I tried to. YouTube creators did not help. Even despite like a couple YouTubers retweeting saying, "Hey, this is a bit like it's not great." Nothing was done. The strikes are still there at the time of recording. So I decided.
And aren't they manual strikes too? Like those are way hard. People on the outside might not understand. Manual strikes are way harder to fight.
Well, that and also that just tells me they purposely are coming for me. Like they are.
Yeah, they saw your channel and went, "We don't like this."
Yeah, and the worst part is these 2 videos, the Futopia and Black Sun video. These are the 2 things that Toei wants to promote to the Western Kamen Rider market. They want these to be big hits. And this is me, like, both videos, I was praising those. I was, like, sucking. I was sucking up to them.
It is...
Buster, it doesn't matter how much you praise or how much it is free advertising. That's just not how Japanese businessmen look at it.
It's a classic, like, Japanese misunderstanding of American copyright law or fair use. Just looking at anything that's using their footage that's supposed to be sold in the West and going like, oh, this is using our footage. This is piracy. It doesn't matter what the fuck what the fair use laws say or how it works or if it's being positive or negative.
There are no fair use laws in Japan.
Yeah, I know, but like the argument has always been they should have to obey the American laws if it's made by an American content creator.
That's never really been the argument, though. The argument has always been like on the both, like understanding both aspects of the legal argument. It's always that it's an American creator on an American website, but it is being shown to Japanese audiences, and thus when it is on Japanese servers, essentially.
Just block it in Japan. Don't fuck over the creator.
Yeah, and like the thing is, like people are telling me geo-block it, but I can't do that. Only YouTube themselves can do that. That's how they had to, like, the way Totally Not Mark got out of his situation was he had to contact YouTube directly, and they're like, okay, we'll geo-block it and stay up everywhere else.
Which, by the way, is not fucking easy for anybody listening to this. Trying to get through to YouTube customer service is a hellish chore.
Yeah, and he has like 800k subs. I had 1k.
You still have 1k. Your YouTube channel is still accessible.
Yeah, but I have to move now. I have to move.
You're moving as a precaution. You don't have to move until they actually take down the channel.
Yeah, well, I don't want the channel taken down on. Like, I just like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I'm gonna like, I'm not playing. They're not gonna play with me.
You're being a responsible young person, and you're picking your battles.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't want to fight this. I don't want to like have a headache. I don't want to lose any of this. So I'm just gonna, for now, have a bunch of re-uploads set on my new channel, True Buster. Please subscribe, or resubscribe, because I just reached 1K, and then all this happened.
Finally, Shin Buster, my favorite in the Ano Shinverse.
Yeah. It's literally a Shin reference, why I called myself True Buster on the new channel. Even then, like, Corp, I don't really, like, the idea I had for why I called myself Buster Corp, but it doesn't really apply to me more. So, you know, that's a whole thing.
So, do you want us to refer, when we're introducing you, from now on, do I have to call you True Buster, or can I just say Buster?
Just use just Buster in general. Like, you can do whatever you feel like, you know. I have to probably switch my Discord tag too, but
is that like a chore at all? I've never had to change my Discord
I don't want
tag.
like I don't want anyone to like, I don't know. It's probably easy.
I know why you would want to. I'm just asking, like, is that hard?
It's not hard. I'm just worried about like, will people who want to friend me be able to find me? You know, oh whatever. I'll just update it.
Yeah. Because I know, like, going back to Twitter, changing your Twitter name is a fucking chore, and it fucks a lot of links.
Well, I'm not gonna change my @. I'm just gonna change like the display name, because like the @ doesn't have anything to do with Corp. So, I'll probably work on that after this podcast. So you should be seeing all the rebranding after this. And I don't know. I'm just a bit demotivated. I'm trying to work on videos. I got like most of the re-uploads scheduled for throughout the week. You actually should be seeing, like, by the time this goes up, half of them will be done. It's not every video will be re-uploaded. If there's a demand for specific videos, I will re-upload them. If anyone asks about the Kamen Rider videos, that will be they will all be available in the Heisei compilation. That I've been working on for like a couple months. Mainly just waiting for guests to get their stuff in so I can.
But Buster, what about 01 and Saber?
Oh, you mean Saber and Revice? Because those are the videos I've done videos on those. I'm probably gonna hold off on those for a bit. I'll want to.
Wait, you haven't done a 01 video?
Actually,
and Tim talks to you?
Yeah. Damn, I was actually talking to Tim about it the other day. Yeah, 01. That's a pretty dense season. Don't feel comfortable talking about it just yet. And I'm like, I'll do it. I'll say it right now. I'm gonna do the entirety of Showa before I do 01.
Oh,
like I'd rather do that than like watch 0. I don't hate 01.
I mean, I'm not one to talk. I haven't done 01 yet. I just remember.
We did that spoiler cast a while ago, but that's it. That was like when the show was fresh.
And I mean, like, our opinions have probably changed a fair bit since then. I don't even remember what we talked about too much in then, except, like, I was the one person who was defending Guy's face turn in that podcast.
Database was.
Was he? I felt like he was like, it's fine. And you were like, I don't like it. And I was like, no, it's good.
I will say that, like, in retrospect, I like that more. That's not 01 cast yet.
Yay.
So yeah, I should have... At the end of December, all the videos I want to get back up, the important will be back up. I'm just worried about like my stance on the algorithm, because I mean I'm gonna be uploading a lot on the new channel, so hopefully the algorithm will notice me. And I do have some like
I mean it's a new channel, so you have like a fresh start with the algorithm.
Yeah. And like I do have some meaty videos planned, or some fun ideas planned for. I just need to like get writing on them working and just writing like. I don't know, man. And just like I have a video ready but it's like 30 minutes and I have to record it and I don't feel like recording it, so
that's fair.
Yeah.
You gotta be in the right mind space to record. It does take a bit of psyching up even for me sometimes.
Yeah, and not to mention it's a very out there video, I'll say. Because I worked on it with a co-writer and like they had the idea initially. I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's work on this together. And that's I've kind of teased it a couple times in like online, but like to give the first tease on YouTube, it's about a popular fandom series.
Oh my God, Buster's doing a video on. Did I seriously just forget the name of it?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged.
What's the what's the ghost show?
Ghost Stories.
Ghost
That's not even that.
That's what I was gonna say. Buster's doing a video on ghost stories.
I think everyone's done a video on ghost stories at this point, so I don't have nothing to add.
I haven't.
Okay.
We'll collab.
Yeah. So there's that. I do kind of want to lean into like internet content going forward, like just because I've actually been like this isn't confirmed. This is just an idea I've been throwing out. Just season rankings of the AVGN show, mainly because a while ago I bought AVGN X on Blu-ray, which has the first 100 episodes of AVGN on Blu-ray. I need a use for that. Frick it. I'll just cover like the first 100 episodes. If those do well, then I'll cover the next 100. And like the thing is, but like the thing I'm worried about is I don't want to delve into the AVGN as a show, not as a production, because I feel like Lady Emily already did the production stuff in her video. But I want to delve into like, okay, what do these episodes contain? What's good? What's bad? What do I like? What do I don't? How have they aged well? Why do people still love them? That kind of whole thing. Like I'm like that's super intimidating because of like one, the size of the show, and two, it's just how do you review reviews of reviews?
You just review the review. We'll review in the review.
Acknowledge the postmodern hellscape you are in.
Oh God, I'm gonna.
We're gonna get. Buster's gonna get existential, boys.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to freaking tap into my inner eye patch wolf.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll see. That's an idea I've been throwing around, mainly because I'm like, I don't want to do another Scott the Woz video because I don't got any more ideas for those.
Buster's gonna become an Irish-man.
Oh no! I just realized you're gonna lose all the views from the Scott the Woz videos.
I already have. And like even then, I privated the G4 one a while back because I'm like, that was a desperate attempt to keep relevant. This was before the G4 closure, by the way. So yeah, it would have.
That sucks, buddy. I'm sorry.
I mean, a lot of things are before the after. I don't know where that joke was going. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I was even privating videos back then, like before the whole copyright situation with Toei happened.
Yeah, I remember you were talking about like reevaluating your channel a little bit going into 2020.
Yeah, and like frickin' this gives me an extra excuse. Now, the thing is, I still want Toku.
Soft rebranding.
Now I still want Toku to be a part of the channel. I still want to do obscure Toku, but I don't think it will be as big of a focus. I think.
I mean, Subaraya hasn't fucked with you, have they?
A little bit, but it's only just claims blocks, nothing strikes, like nothing manual, just automatics. We're fine there.
Have you done anything to provoke Toho yet?
Okay, I'm not yet, but like I'm worried because I want to cover the Grand Caesar series, and that's Toho, and that was going to be my.
I would like to see those videos, but I will warn you, I've heard Toho can be like a sleeping giant with some channels.
That's why like I'm worried about like doing the obscure Toku now. It's because Just Riser, Grand Caesar, and Caesar X are all Toho. I don't know what their stance on those shows are. Well, like I want to cover those shows so bad, but Toho scares me, and I might like have to freaking because there's no Google Images for those shows out there besides some fan art. So I'm gonna have to freaking like manually get my own screen caps for those. Which is going to be annoying, but anything to avoid the copyright bros.
I mean, worst case scenario, you post the first one, they block it worldwide, and you're just like, all right, fucking, we're not doing this then.
And even the original plan was to cover the whole trilogy in one. So that was like my major this is gonna be the first big video of 2023. This is not gonna be the first big video of 2023 after the Toho. I mean, I guess I could still keep using stills, which that I could probably do that with Sentai, but do I want to even do Sentai? Because Toei just kind of freaking said we don't want you to cover our stuff. So okay, so I won't.
They said they don't want you to cover Rider that's available in the West.
Yeah, well, even then, those use clips while my other.
So you can never make a Kamen Rider Black video.
Yeah, well, the idea was to make that part of the Showa things, and I'll probably just use scoop.
I know, I'm joking, buddy.
It's a lot of freaking we got trial and error this. I might be leaning a lot towards it going forward, or just because I like when channels do that, and I feel like that does really well for my channel, and that gets it noticed.
Well, I mean, remember, that's what got me to notice Boingo in the first place.
When he did the Jobby the Hong video, and even my Scott the West video surpassed.
No, I noticed him for the Few video. Don't fucking get that shit mixed up.
Yeah. Sorry.
Don't conflate the origins of modular media. Yeah. Know your history, or be doomed to repeat it.
I just missed. What the fuck is happening?
I noticed you because you made a video about Few.
Oh, yeah. That was the first Boingo era video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Like, what I've been thinking is just freaking. Should I just go full force on those AVGN rankings? Because that sounds like a freaking fun idea. That will like get.
I'd be into it.
Yeah, like.
Do it. Do what brings you joy. Don't worry about algorithms. Don't worry about anything like that. Because here's the thing: the minute you worry about algorithms is the minute you're not creating something for the sake of it.
Yeah, good point. Like that just been like I just want to like rebuild my presence.
Okay, but Boingo, we need to make money.
Yeah, I was trying to rebuild my presence.
You make money when you build an audience. You can only build an audience with authenticity and genuine enjoyment.
True.
Indeed.
You got to build an audience before you can sell them out.
Alright.
Okay, but I'm going to do that at the same time.
You
haven't seen the scripts for the new videos, but just to like be prepared.
Anything else? Like, after Ghost.
All right, Scar.
Like anything else you need to talk about?
I mean, like it's fucking. December might be a bit clunky, but I think going into 2023, things are going to be fairly unchanged here on Modular Media, and we're gonna try and get another summit going. Probably not next year, but in the next couple of years, we want to have another one. And our own content is about to pop off because I assume Boingo's gonna start streaming again soon.
Yeah, next week. Like, here's the thing: I thought I was gonna stream this week, then shit happened.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that every day you were like, "Hey, stream tonight. Hey, stream not tonight."
And Gateway to Geese just took a bit of time.
Mm-hmm. I haven't even watched that one yet because I haven't watched the episode yet. I'm gonna have to like spend most of tomorrow afternoon catching up on comics and tokusatsu. So be a fun afternoon, but it'll be like the kind of fun where you're cramming that fun down your throat as fast as you can.
Yeah,
it'll be like doing drugs. How's that weed right now, Cody?
Fine.
Cool.
I'm playing Fortnite.
Are you winning, son?
I guess.
Nice. All right. Well, I guess that does it for this episode of Modular Components. Boys, let's plug our buttholes. Starting with, hey, Buster, you were already doing that. Tell everybody where they can find your content now.
True, Buster. I gotta go. Bye.
Okay, bye. Snowcone, where are you on the internet?
Never_robot on Instagram.
Boingo, where are you on the internet?
Hey, do you want to see Twitch streams? Twitch.tv/BoingoWriter. Would you like to see a variety of other social media at Boingo_Writer on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram? Got a Tumblr. I'll figure out what the specific link for that is sometime soon for you. And hey, you want to see me on YouTube? Search for Boingo Writer on YouTube. You'll find me. I make a variety of video content.
Awesome. And I am the Vacuuminator. If you want to see me and the things I do, the Hasbro Selfie series is not a good way to do that. I've been messing with that figure this whole podcast, and this thing is a piece of shit. But I am on YouTube making regular video essays at youtube.com/thevacuuminator. Check me out for tokusatsu and whatnot. I'm also on Twitter for as long as that site still exists. That's at the Vacuuminator. I'm on Tumblr. I think it's just tumblr.com/thevacuuminator or something like that. And I'm on Instagram posting action figure photography whenever I remember to, at the Vacuuminator with an underscore in there. But folks, that's going to do it for this edition of Modular Components. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for joining us. Please don't forget to support the show by giving it a like, commenting down below, subscribing, ringing that bell in order to enable notifications, and getting every one of our podcasts delivered to your sub box when it comes out. We've got this show, we've got Twit, where myself and Buster discuss all the latest news and releases from the wild world of Japanese special effects and tokusatsu and all kinds of manner of stuff. There's also the No Prize podcast, where myself and Boingo do live discussions of all the latest news and releases from the MCU and the wider world of comics. And there's just going to be all kinds of fun stuff coming out from the summit. There's myself and Boingo's lectures. There's the 2 vlogs I shot of the trip down and hanging out on the initial night and going on the toy hunt. So be excited for that stuff when it comes out in the next month or so. But until then, thank you once again for listening to Modular Components. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, everybody. We'll see you back here next week.